What's going on, fellow vets? Brian Reese, Air Force service-disabled veteran, founder of VA Claims Insider, coming at you live from Austin, Texas. Woo, I got the blood boiling today. And the blood is boiling today because I'm calling out crooked, illegal, immoral, and unethical compensation and pension examiners. Okay. And I'm also asking for your help and support of how we continue to call out the crooked ones. Okay. Let's jump into this. I want you all to understand where I'm coming from, and I'm going to share some real examples with you. Okay. I got a message for Secretary McDonough at the VA. One of your biggest problems with the VA disability compensation system right now is the lack of accountability among your private compensation and pension examiners. There is no system and there is no accountability in place. Okay. None. Let me share what I mean by this. A few years ago, I understand why you did it. Okay. You got rid of VA doctors, VA employees doing compensation and pension exams. They're too busy. There weren't enough of them. So you let some of the former VA secretaries who now own the private C&P exam companies, they have billion-plus-dollar contracts, the large companies, okay, billion-dollar-plus contracts with the VA to deliver compensation and pension exams, C&P exams, through private providers all over the country, okay? On the one hand, probably sounded like a good idea. You can tap into private doctor networks around the country and deliver more C&P exams faster, okay? Well, more C&P exams faster ain't always better, okay? Quality matters, okay? Training of the examiner matters. How they feel about veterans matters. None of that's taken into consideration. None of it. Okay. So let me share some real examples of what some of these crooked C&P examiners are doing. And I'm calling you out right now, C&P examiners. I'm calling you out for illegal, immoral, unethical, not adequate and complete exams, and you are hurting veterans. So let's start with number one. Okay. By law, the VA disability compensation system is what's called non-adversarial. Go look it up. It's in the law. Non-adversarial toward the veteran and their claim. Well, guess what, crooked C&P examiners? You are not a lawyer, okay? You are not there to lawyer it up. You are there to be a doctor, stay in your lane, ask the appropriate questions for that particular disability condition, fill out the electronic version of the DBQ, okay? And you are supposed to take what the veteran tells you at face value, okay? Some of you aren't doing that. Some of you are not delivering adequate exams. Some of you are not completing the EDBQ the right way. Some of you are hurting the veteran when they're deserving of VA disability compensation, and you check the box that says less likely than not. Okay, that means the veteran's going to get denied benefits. Okay. The other thing you're doing is you're wimping out, and you're sometimes taking this little path that says, I can't make an assessment without resorting to mere speculation. That's a freaking cop-out. Okay. You're a doctor. Assess the medical condition. Okay. If you are conducting a range of motion exam, use a goniometer. Measure, is there pain? Ask the veteran if there's pain. Put in your notes. Why? Because there's something called the painful motion principle. If the veteran has any kind of pain on flexing or extension, they should receive the minimum compensable rating for that condition. But guess what? Some of y'all are conducting range of motion exams and you ain't even using a goniometer. How are you doing that? Garbage. Some of you are conducting mental health exams and you're pencil whipping the depression screen, the PTSD screen. It's embarrassing, y'all. We're better than that. You're better than that. Okay. So we talked about non-adversarial. The compensation pension exam system, the VA disability system in general is non-adversarial. So quit making it adversarial. Veterans got enough to deal with, okay, with mental and physical issues. Number 2, stay in your lane. You're not a lawyer. You're a doctor. Doctor it up, okay? Doctor it up. And you better be doing right by vets, because I'm going to be explaining a process that we're telling all the vets to use if they get a bad C&P exam because of how much you suck. Okay? You're getting called out. You're getting called out and you're getting reported. And my goal is, if you suck, that you don't deliver C&P exams anymore to veterans, because it's wrong. Okay? It's wrong. All right. As I could tell, I told you my blood was going to be boiling today, man. I told you, man. And you know us. You know me. I will always fight for you and your benefits. And I will always fight to protect you against those who try to take your benefits or not give them to you when you rightfully deserve them. Okay? Always. Okay, we talked about non-adversarial. We talked about compensation and pension exams, what you should and shouldn't be doing from the provider standpoint. Okay, let's talk about some other things. I have seen some denials, VA benefit denials, where the C&P examiner has the freaking audacity to write in there that this private provider is a fee-based examiner. What do you think you are? Let's talk about this for a second. Okay. And I'm going to talk about what the regulation says. Okay. If you are a compensation and pension examiner, you are a private doctor who has a subcontract with one of the large companies that has $1 billion plus contract with the VA to get government money, that's taxpayer dollars, to conduct compensation and pension exams for a fee. Last time I checked, you don't do your C&P exam for free. You do it for a fee. You are a fee-based examiner. How can you be so hypocritical to write in a veteran's denial letter that they received a fee-based DBQ or Nexus letter? I'm sorry, but I haven't met a doctor that works for free. If you find one, please send them to me. You're all fee-based examiners. And dear VA rater, if a C&P examiner tries to not rely on the credibility or the probative value of private medical evidence because it was done by a fee-based examiner, you should be calling that out. Why? Go look at M21-1, your own regulation. It says no prohibition against fee-based examiners. Absolute garbage. And by the way, fellow veteran, if you get a denial when you had a privately prepared DBQ and or Nexus letter and you get some garbage denial like that, you should immediately turn around and file a VA higher level review and write a cover letter and explain why it is absolute trash. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. And there's no accountability in the C&P exam system right now. None. Wrong. If you're a lawmaker hearing my voice, sure hope you do something about this, because there should be a bill. Accountability in the C&P exam system. Okay? Garbage. Absolute garbage. And you're hurting veterans and their families. And you're rightfully denying benefits that they deserve. Excuse me, you're wrongfully denying benefits that they deserve. Okay. So we've talked about a lot already, but there's no prohibition against fee-based examiners. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the VA raters for a minute. The VSRs and the RVSRs. The RVSRs who are snap ordering C&P exams for every condition veterans file for. You shouldn't be doing that. Do your job. Look through the training. I shouldn't know way more than you know. Okay? Guess what's happening? Veteran submits a claim. You're snap ordering compensation and pension exam. You're overdeveloping claims that don't need an exam. Go read your own regulation, M21-1. If the veteran submits a privately prepared DBQ, A privately prepared Nexus letter, if it's credible, if it has probative value, you should not order a C&P exam unless you absolutely need one. That's called overdevelopment of a claim, and you shouldn't be doing that, which is also contributing to the backlog. Don't overdevelop the claims. I don't understand. Somebody help me understand. Okay? Don't do it. All right. Last but not least, this is for my fellow vets out there. If you get a bad C&P exam because of a crooked C&P examiner, okay, here's what you do. You immediately go online, you search for that doctor on the Google machine, and you write a review of everything that happened. So any other veteran who comes after you knows what they're up against if they get that garbage examiner. That's number one, write an online review. Number two, call 1-800-827-1000. That's the VA hotline. Submit a complaint. Tell the representative, put a note in your file to the VBA regional office in your state that you got a crap C&P exam. Explain the who, what, when, where, why, how. List the facts, only the facts of what happened or what didn't happen. Okay. Next thing you're going to do, you write a memorandum for record. Open up a Word document, a Google Doc, memorandum for the VA. Write everything that happened at your crap C&P exam. Who, what, when, where, why, how. Upload it to va.gov in support of your claim. If you have been wrongfully denied, you especially need to do this. And you need to write that memo and upload it immediately so that whoever the VA higher level reviewer is can read that before he or she makes a different decision or orders a new C&P exam because your previous exam sucked. Okay? I'm telling you, we are calling you out. If you are a crooked, garbage C&P examiner who's pencil whipping exams, not doing your job, writing false information, we are calling you out. And you should not be allowed to conduct exams for veterans. It's wrong. It's wrong. Okay. Now, there are some great C&P examiners. Okay. Thank you. If you're a great C&P examiner, if you're reading the veterans' notes and files, if you're conducting an adequate exam, if you're documenting the record appropriately, you're filling out all the correct parts and forms of the VA DBQ, thank you. Okay. We need more of you. We need more of you. Okay. I hope this was helpful. We're calling you out. Crooked C&P examiners. Please like, share, comment on this video. We need to get the word out. Talk soon, y'all.